Okay, here we go. Episode 5, these bits. Episode 6, these bits. The process is as follows. We take bendy elbow bit and 2 plastic disky bits and place them. Do you know what would be easier doing this with my fingers? Place them over here like so. We then take the metal bits, so we need this metal bit. Notice the difference in the shapes of them. So this one first, over here like so, and then this one, which goes over here like so. So that is episode 5. Episode 6, we have got quite literally 4 parts, which is the other half of the elbow, jointy sort of bit, and 2 washers. So 2 washers go exactly as per the other. So we put one on each protruding little nubby bit, like so. We take this square lumpy thing and we put it, does it go in a particular way? It looks like it will, it's sort of oblong shaped rather than square, so if you put it in, obviously if you put it in that way you're going to have it slopping around and not fitting properly, whereas if you put it in on one of the long sides, as you can see, so if you put it in on one of the, so if you put it in on one of the long sides, as you can see, it fits like so, and this will have an elbow piece which presses onto that, I have no doubt. The other bit then, quite simply, snaps onto that, and then I am assuming that some screw pressure gives that a little bit of friction, allowing it to be poseable. And of course it is connected together by 2 GP screws. Because they are screwing into the plastic of the joint. Ah yes, that actually screws up quite tightly. I need to loosen that a little bit because I want it to be manipulatable, but not flappy about, loose and not ridiculously tight. That's good. And we'll take another one, pop it into there, and likewise we want it tight enough so that it can be manipulated and tweaked, but not so tight that it's just ridiculous. So, and there we have an elbow. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is episodes 5 and 6. Episode 5, we have Model 3 arrives, Iron Man versus Tony Stark. We have more cartoony things. We have how to build the elbow. We have some interesting exploded diagram of the right elbow joint showing in detail how that all kind of goes together and how it works, which is kind of nice. And very kindly they did give us, you'll note, the right elbow joint, which goes with the right hand, which is very, very kind of them, because they could have messed with us and given us the left elbow joint just to kind of make us sad and upset and things, but they didn't. So thank you for that, DeAgostini, Fanhome. So always Avengers, always friends, more cartoony, timeliney story stuff. Interesting variation and change in the artwork. My all-time super duper favourite superhero character there, Wolverine, getting a cup of coffee. Wolverine getting a cup of coffee. What could be better? Wolverine and coffee, 2 of my favourite things. Amazing. I love it. Model 3, an armour for a whole generation. And of course, as we know from the movies, the Mark III, which is the one that we are building, is the first of the super duper gold and red standy outy, looks amazing armour, and is of course the best armour. Magazine number 6, we have the Kree Skrull War, Iron Man against the Hulk. Dun, dun, So again, cartoony stuff, and again this old, you know, the old sort of artwork is kind of fascinating when you look at the old stuff compared to the new stuff. And we have some more artwork and storyline arc. We have the other half of the elbow. We have some more exploded diagram, which is kind of cool. It's given us like very technical sort of Tony Stark's lab-esque drawings. I like these. These are good. These are something you could frame and put up in frames on your wall. That's kind of cool. We have got red and green Iron Man versus the Hulk. And we have got the Hulk looking like he's battering Iron Man quite a bit, but also Iron Man giving the Hulk a jolly good thump. And what looks to be Ant-Man there stood on Iron Man's helmet while he's laid on the ground, having been probably knocked out by the Hulk, or knocked down anyway. Hulkbuster in action, and of course the Hulkbuster suit we all know from the movie, if we don't know it from the comic book. Model 4, the classic armour. Interesting, because we all know in the movie, of course, that the Mark III is what we would consider to be the classic armour. The Mark II sort of getting the design in place, but not being the right kind of alloy and icing up, and the Mark I, of course, being the rudimentary built in a cave one. Next issue, build the right forearm. So we will be able to build the forearm and attach the elbow and hand to it. So that is fabulous. Looking forward to that one. And there we go. So thank you for watching so far. We have used all the batteries, so we're obviously going to get some new ones, but we have got Lighty Up Hand with Repulsor, and we have got Lighty Up Arc Reactor, and we have got Bendy Elbow Joint. So thanks for joining us. We will see you in the next video. Bye bye.